Over 500 years is how long it takes for just one single plastic bag to completely degrade. Yet Walmart alone reported over 20 billion plastic bags being used annually. Those bags will outlive every single person that you know right now. Plastic bags are something that you and I use regularly, often without even considering what might be a tiny convenience now could have detrimental consequences on our planet. We as consumers all play a role in this issue, and that's why it should matter to all of us. Stores need to stop using plastic bags because of the damage to our planet they cause, their harm to wildlife, and the fact that they promote waste. To begin, plastic bags are causing serious damage to our environment. Plastic bags can take hundreds of years to decompose, and rather than just going away, they break into smaller, microscopic pieces, polluting things like the food we eat, the water we drink, the soil we plant our crops in. These pieces are called microplastics, and we breathe them in every day, causing damage to our body. Volunteers during a coastal cleanup collected thousands of plastic bags from out of the ocean in just 24 hours. There were piles upon piles of plastic bag muck, turning what should be a clean shoreline into a scattered wasteland. Excited families would come to this beach and not be met with a beautiful view, but with an ocean of ours and their own pollution. Their children were forced to play on a beach of microplastic. David Attenborough, an acclaimed environmentalist expert, warns that plastic pollution is one of, if not the most urgent challenges that our planet currently faces. It's not just the experts warning us about the dangers of plastic. We can also see it in our culture. In Pixar's WALL-E, Earth is abandoned and buried beneath humans' filth. It's a terrifying look at what the future might hold if we continue to pollute our land. This isn't just waste or pollution, it's a warning to us that unless we stop using trash, Earth as we know it will cease to be. Plastic bags don't just hurt the planet we live on, but also the organisms that inhabit it. Every single year, more than 100,000 marine animals pass away due to plastic pollution, whether that be through ingestion or strangulation. When I was in elementary school, I was going on a field trip where we got to follow a marine biologist all day and learn about the animals that they had there. At the end of the trip, the instructor told us that nearly every time she would volunteer to clean up trash in the ocean, she would see some sort of turtle or sea lion with a net, soda holder, or plastic bag wrapped around its neck. Sometimes the animal would be thrashing, but a lot of the time, she said, the animal was a lifeless corpse just floating above the water. Marine biologist Sylvia Earle tells us that human life is highly dependent on ocean's health, which, when threatened by plastic pollution, not only puts marine life at risk, but puts your families at risk. It's not like these are new concepts either. In 1971, Dr. Seuss published The Lorax, which is the story of a human ruining a once lush land and driving out all wildlife and vegetation in the name of making a simple project. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? Plastic pollution brings pointless loss to beauty. Now that we understand the impacts these plastic bags have on our environment and wildlife, let's talk about the habits that come from plastic bags. Plastic bags are designed to be thrown away. That design teaches us that things are disposable, that convenience matters more than consequences, and that a plastic bag is worth our planet. No, it's not. We grab, we use, and we throw them away without care millions of times a day. And the cycle continues. Greta Thunberg once said, "We can't solve an issue unless we treat it as such." Too much do we treat plastic as if it has no repercussions. when we both know it does. Even music tells us about our grim situation. In the song The Big Yellow Taxi, the lyrics tell us about how we trade nature for convenience and how we'll regret it. Plastic bags have tricked us into thinking that harming our planet is okay, and as long as we save some time, it's easy, but that's not right. Now that I've told you about how terrible plastic bags are for us and our planet, let's conclude. Stores need to stop using plastic bags. As we've learned, the slightest convenience of a plastic bag is nowhere near the sacrifice of our planet, animals, and our culture. There's a few things we can do now. We can bring our own bags from home, switch to paper bags, and maybe tell our friends to do the same. The corporations aren't going to start the switch if they don't get the push from the people. If we continue to choose convenience over practicality, we will be trading our future generations' lives for a plastic bag. I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about giving me a big A, a big A.